Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, when did my arms get smaller? And my strength fade away? You remember the days when carrying groceries or fixing something around the house felt effortless. But now, even getting out of a chair can feel heavier than it used to. It's not just in your head, it's real. It's common and it's not your fault. Hi, I'm Dr. Sophia Hayes. I've spent over 20 years helping men in their 50s, 60s, and beyond regain their strength, confidence, and energy naturally. And today, I want to talk about something that quietly affects millions of men, but rarely gets the attention it deserves: muscle loss after 60. Here's the truth. Men start losing muscle mass as early as their 30s, but after 60, the decline speeds up dramatically. Scientists even have a name for it: sarcopenia. It's the gradual loss of muscle tissue, strength, and mobility that makes simple daily activities feel harder, and over time, steals a man's vitality. But here's the part most people never hear. Muscle loss after 60 isn't inevitable. It can be slowed, reversed, and even rebuilt safely with the right approach. Not through extreme workouts or expensive supplements, but through a smarter, more natural path that respects your body's changing chemistry. So in today's session, I'll walk you through why men over 60 lose muscle, what's happening inside your body when that strength starts slipping away, and exactly how to regain it, safely and naturally. By the end of this video, you'll understand what's really been holding your strength back, and how you can turn it around, starting this week. Because getting older doesn't have to mean getting weaker. In fact, it can mean becoming stronger than you've been in years, with energy, vitality, and confidence you thought were gone for good. Let's start by talking about what's really happening when men over 60 begin to lose muscle, and why it can feel like your body is changing faster than you can keep up. Imagine your muscles as a savings account. In your 20s and 30s, your balance is high. You're constantly adding to it through physical activity, hormones, and protein-rich meals. But as you age, the deposits slow down, and the withdrawals begin to happen faster. The muscle balance dips lower and lower with each passing year. After 60, your body produces much less testosterone and growth hormone, the two major signals that tell your muscles to stay strong and repair themselves. These hormones are like the construction managers of your body's maintenance crew. When they step back, the rebuilding slows down. So even small losses, like skipping exercise or eating less protein, start to have a bigger impact. But hormones aren't the only culprits. Another major factor is something called anabolic resistance. This means that your muscles don't respond to protein and exercise the way they once did. You could eat a good meal or go for a walk, but your body might not use those nutrients effectively to build or preserve muscle anymore. Add to that a slower metabolism, reduced appetite, and often less movement during the day, and it becomes a perfect storm for muscle decline. And here's where it gets tricky. Muscle isn't just about strength or appearance. It's a powerful organ that helps regulate your metabolism, protects your joints, supports balance, and even helps control blood sugar. Losing muscle doesn't just make you weaker. It can make you more tired, more prone to injury, and less independent over time. I've seen so many men feel frustrated by this. They think they're doing everything right but still feel weaker. The truth is, the old just exercise more advice doesn't work the same after 60. Your body needs a smarter, more personalized approach, one that works with your biology, not against it. In the next part, I'll explain exactly what's happening inside your body from a medical and scientific perspective, and why understanding these changes is the key to regaining your strength safely. Now let's take a closer look at what's going on inside your body when muscle loss begins. Because once you understand the science, you can begin to take back control. As men age, the communication between your brain, hormones, and muscles begins to change. In your younger years, your brain constantly sends strong signals to your muscles, telling them to repair, grow, and stay active. But after 60, those messages get weaker, almost like a radio station that's starting to lose signal. The main player here is testosterone, the hormone that fuels muscle growth, strength, and recovery. By the time most men reach 60, testosterone levels have dropped by nearly half from what they were in their 20s. This lower testosterone doesn't just affect your mood or energy, it changes the way your body uses protein, builds new muscle fibers, and recovers from activity. Another factor is mitochondria, the tiny power plants inside your cells. They convert nutrients into energy. Over time, these mitochondria become less efficient, meaning your muscles tire faster and take longer to repair after even simple activities. That's why a short walk or light yard work can leave you feeling more drained than it used to. Then there's inflammation, something I like to call the silent muscle thief. Low-level chronic inflammation, often caused by poor sleep, stress, or processed foods, can interfere with muscle repair. It's like your body is constantly fighting small fires inside, leaving fewer resources for rebuilding and maintaining strength. And here's something fascinating. When you stop using your muscles regularly, your body begins a process called atrophy, or muscle shrinking. The fibers that were once thick and strong start to thin out. But the amazing thing is, the moment you begin using those muscles again, even in small, smart ways, your body starts reactivating those fibers, almost like waking up a sleeping system. The human body is incredibly adaptive, even at 60, 70, or beyond. Once you give it the right signals, through specific nutrients, movement, and recovery, it can rebuild strength far more efficiently than most people realize. In the next part, I'll show you exactly how to do that, with natural remedies, nutrients, and safe strategies that help your body rebuild muscle without risking injury or exhaustion. Now that you understand what's happening inside your body, let's talk about how to turn the tide, naturally and safely. Because rebuilding muscle after 60 isn't about lifting the heaviest weights or chasing fancy supplements. It's about working with your body's biology, using the right foods, nutrients, and gentle strategies that reactivate your strength. First, let's start with protein, the building block of muscle. After 60, your body doesn't absorb or utilize protein as efficiently as it used to, which means you actually need a little more of it than before. The key is quality, not quantity. Lean proteins like salmon, eggs, chicken, Greek yogurt, and even plant-based sources like lentils or quinoa can all help your muscles repair and grow. And spreading protein throughout the day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, helps keep your muscle-building switch turned on all day long. Next, let's talk about vitamin D and magnesium. These two nutrients are like secret allies for your muscles. Vitamin D supports testosterone production and helps your body absorb calcium, which keeps your muscles and bones strong. Magnesium helps relax and repair muscle fibers while improving sleep and energy metabolism. You can get both from foods like fatty fish, nuts, seeds, spinach, and a bit of sunlight each day. Another remarkable natural booster is creatine monohydrate. Though it sounds like something from a fitness magazine, it's actually one of the most researched and safest supplements for older adults. It helps your muscles store more energy, reduces fatigue, and supports better recovery. Even a small daily amount can make a noticeable difference in strength and stamina, but always check with your doctor first. Let's not forget anti-inflammatory foods. Things like turmeric, ginger, olive oil, berries, and leafy greens. These reduce the chronic inflammation that slows down muscle repair. When inflammation is low, your body can focus on building, not just surviving. And here's a secret I share with many of my patients: resistance bands. They're gentle on the joints, yet powerful for muscle reactivation. You don't need a gym or heavy weights, just controlled, consistent movement that reminds your body how to engage and rebuild. Combine these natural allies with consistency, and your body begins to respond surprisingly fast. Men who thought their best days were behind them often feel stronger within weeks. Not because they're pushing harder, but because they're working smarter. In the next part, I'll guide you through the daily habits and practical routines that make these changes stick, so you can rebuild muscle safely, steadily, and for good. Now that we've covered the natural ways to support muscle growth, let's bring it down to the daily level. The small, consistent habits that rebuild strength and keep it for life. Because it's not about doing everything perfectly. It's about doing the right things consistently, with care and awareness. First, let's talk about movement. You don't need long gym sessions or intense workouts. What matters most is consistency. Aim for at least 20 to 30 minutes of purposeful movement each day. A brisk walk, light resistance band work, or even chair squats in your living room. The goal is to activate your muscles and remind your body, I still need you. Over time, these gentle signals reawaken muscle fibers that have been idle for years. Second, prioritize strength training over cardio alone. Many men over 60 think walking or cycling is enough. And while those are wonderful for your heart, they don't protect your muscle tissue. Simple bodyweight exercises like wall push-ups, seated leg lifts, or slow controlled squats can make a profound difference. You don't need to lift heavy, you just need to lift consistently. Third, focus on protein timing and hydration. Start your day with a protein-rich breakfast, maybe eggs with spinach or Greek yogurt with nuts. After physical activity, have a small protein snack or shake to feed your recovering muscles. And don't underestimate hydration. Dehydrated muscles fatigue faster and recover slower. Aim to sip water steadily throughout the day rather than gulping it all at once. Now let's talk about rest and recovery, because growth happens when you're resting, not when you're exercising. Get at least 7 hours of sleep each night. If you struggle with sleep, try creating a bedtime ritual. Dim lights, calming music, maybe even a cup of chamomile tea. Your muscles rebuild best when your body is relaxed, your mind is calm, and your hormones are balanced. Finally, surround yourself with encouragement. Whether it's a walking partner, a supportive spouse, or an online community, accountability keeps momentum alive. I've seen men who struggled for years finally regain strength when they stopped doing it alone. The key is this. You're not trying to become who you were 30 years ago. You're becoming a stronger, wiser version of yourself now. In the next part, I'll share how to keep that mindset strong, and we'll wrap up with a motivating conclusion that will leave you ready to take action today. Let's take a moment to bring everything together. If you've made it this far, you already understand something powerful. Losing muscle after 60 isn't a sign of weakness or failure. It's simply your body responding to years of change, hormones, and habits. But the good news is, your body is still capable of remarkable renewal. Every single day, your muscles listen to the signals you send, through the food you eat, the movements you make, and even the thoughts you think about your own strength. Here's the truth I've seen over and over again in my patients. It's never too late to rebuild. I've worked with men in their 70s, even 80s, who thought their strength was gone forever, until they started giving their bodies the right messages again. Within weeks, they noticed better balance, steadier energy, fewer aches, and a return of that quiet confidence that comes from feeling strong in your own skin. So let's recap your roadmap. Feed your muscles with high-quality protein throughout the day. Support your hormones and recovery with vitamin D, magnesium, and anti-inflammatory foods. Move your body daily, even if it's just resistance bands or a slow, steady walk. And most importantly, rest well and believe in your ability to grow stronger. Because this isn't just about muscles. It's about independence, vitality, and the joy of living fully at every age. It's about carrying your grandchildren with ease, tackling the stairs without hesitation, and waking up each morning knowing your best years are not behind you. They're right here, waiting for you to claim them. And if you found today's session helpful, I'd love for you to join our growing community of men who are taking charge of their health, one smart step at a time. Tap that subscribe button, Give this video a thumbs up and share it with a friend who needs this encouragement today. I'm Dr. Sophia Hayes. And remember, your body hasn't given up on you. With the right care, it's ready to rebuild, renew, and remind you what true strength feels like at 60, 70, and beyond. Before we wrap up today, I want to leave you with a thought that I share with every man who walks into my clinic feeling discouraged or uncertain about his body's future. Your muscles are more than just tissue. They are a living reflection of your will to keep moving forward. They hold the memories of your hard work, your perseverance, and your resilience. And even now, at 60 or 70 or beyond, they're still listening to you. They're waiting for your signal to come back to life. I've seen it happen countless times. A man who thought his best years were long gone picks up a small set of resistance bands, starts walking every morning, adds a little more protein to breakfast, and slowly, almost magically, begins to feel that spark again. His posture changes, his energy rises, he begins to trust his body again. And soon, that sense of strength spreads into every other part of his life, his mood, his confidence, even his relationships. That's the quiet power of rebuilding muscle. It's not just physical, it's emotional. It's reclaiming your sense of self-worth. One small win at a time. So if you've been telling yourself it's too late, I want you to rewrite that story today. Your body still has more to give. It just needs your permission and a little bit of patience to show you what it's capable of. Start where you are. Move a little each day. Eat with purpose. Sleep deeply. And remember, progress doesn't come from perfection. It comes from persistence. If you're ready to take this journey seriously, stay with me here on the channel. Every week we dive deeper into men's health, vitality, and natural ways to age strong. Hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and let's rebuild your strength together. One habit, one meal, and one moment at a time. Because aging isn't about decline, it's about rediscovery. And the strongest years of your life might just be the ones ahead. I'm Dr. Sophia Hayes. Thank you for spending this time with me. And remember, your strength is still within you. Let's bring it back, safely and powerfully.